afternoon. Welcome to Musical Scrapper. Beautiful sunny Thursday afternoon here on the east coast of Canada. I'm recording live. This is going to be a quick, short recording. I'm just going to show the basics of how I make and construct my inkpad storage unit that I'm putting together for some of my ink pads. This will hold my archivals and some odds and ends, a couple of mementos that I have, and a couple of VersaFine, my Versamark, and then it'll also hold my oxide inks. So I'm going to show the basic construction, how I make each. You can see I have each section, right? It starts without a back. All right, put my row of 12 together. I'll go through it step by step just to show how it gets put together, because you have to make sure it's strong and sturdy, right, so that it's going to stand upright and be on a Lazy Susan or a rotating plate, whatever you want to call it. Some people don't like it called Lazy Susans, especially people named Susan. Anyway, start off with a 12 by 12 piece of chipboard. Each strip is going to be 2.5 inches wide, and it's 8 inches. It takes 8 inches of chipboard, okay, to create each strip. This is 8 inches long because it's 3 inches, 1 inch, 3 inch, 1 inch. Okay? Alright, so I have this trimmer, my Fiskars trimmer, specifically just for cutting chipboard. I don't use my Stampin' Up! One because chipboard dulls your blade quite quickly. But you also don't need as sharp a blade like with paper, because you don't have to worry as much about a nice crisp edge. So the first thing I do is I take 4 inches off my chipboard, and that leaves me with my 8 inches for my strip. This is the best way to kind of save your chipboard. So I cut 4 inches off. Now with this trimmer, you have to cut one side, which cuts it almost all the way through. It just doesn't cut that final paper on the other side of it. So I line it back up in my 4 inches, one slice, and now you've got your 4-inch piece, which I will use for a different part of the construction, or else I'll use it for die cuts. Oh, my chat's not working. Let me refresh, dang it. Sorry, guys. Okay. Alright, so now I need each of these 2.5 inches long. So 2.5, 5. I'm just cutting one side for now, and then I'll flip it over and cut the other side. Then I line this cut, I'll line up at the 2.5 mark. This is just a time-saving feature because I have to cut so many. And then line this one up at 2.5. That way I don't have to pull the arm out on my cutter because it takes so much extra space. Now, when for this side, I used the 3-inch for my archivals instead of 2.5 inches because they're longer. But anyway, so trim. Now I'm going to trim this extra off. All right. So now each of these line up 2.5. Now for the next step, you don't want to trim all the way through because you want to keep them all in one piece. That way you only have to tape one side. If you cut these all apart, then you have to tape every part. It takes even longer. So I like keeping my boxes all in one piece. All right. So I just do a score. So it's at 3 inches. Then it's 1 inch high, so I go to the 4 inch. Then I go to the other end, which is 1 inch for the other height. Now you have a box. All right. Once again, 3 inches, 1 inch, so you go to 4. Then you need a 3 inch and a 1 inch. So I'm going to do the 1 inch by lining up on the 1 inch on the other side of my trimmer. And that's another one. And there's 4 from each piece of chipboard. So 3 inch, 4 inch, and then 1 inch. Oh, I did that one at 2.5. I knew I was going to do that if I wouldn't think. 3 inch, 4 inch. I don't really need these ones. I'm just using these as examples anyway, so. All right, 3 inch. There we go. So that is the first step. Okay. Then I use, a lot of people use, and for part of it I do use this. You can use black or whatever, but because my chipboard is craft, I'm using this. It's not exactly the same color as my chipboard, but it's close enough. You could make hinges, you know, cut a 1.5 inch strip, score it 3/4 of an inch, and then put your double-sided tape on, and then whatever. But, and I do that if it depends on what I'm making. But I'm putting lots of extra layers in here to create a nice firm storage unit. So I'm going to make my life easy by using something simple. I have this brown, it's not masking tape, it's stronger than masking tape. Welcome back, Monique. Hi, Bunny. Hi, Monique. Hey, Karen. Oh, I can't wait to see it, Karen. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, this is recorded live on Ustream. So I use this. It's by Shore Tape, SHURTAPE. I bought it at finetape.com when I ordered, not this last time, but the time before, when I ordered my ATG gun tape. So I bought it at finetape.com. I'm sure hardware stores have it though. So it's some sort of glossy on the top. It's a little stronger than masking tape though. I think it's called box tape. All right. So what I do is Let me get this out of my way. Put it on about halfway down. Find my scissors. Oh, where are my little... I'll use these ones. All right, you want to use your bone folder or something to burnish it really well. Then you line it up so your box is square. All right, then you fold it over. This is just so much quicker than using double-sided tape. And you know, if I was doing a photo album, which I wanted to make sure it was acid-free, obviously I would use the cardstock and double-sided tape, but not for a project like this. Excuse me, thank you. All right, so then once I have, let me do another one so I can show you how I put them together. All right, so you take your trim it off. Put your finger in there so you can. All right. So now to stack them, one thing I'm careful of when I go to stack, of course the side with the tape is it's going to be a little bit weaker on this corner, all right, because it was completely cut apart. All right. Right, and so I make sure that I don't put the weak joints on the same side with two boxes that are next to each other. So I just always flip this one. So now I have a weak joint there and a weak joint here. All right, and then I take my wider tape. This is my wide double-sided tape, because this part you want to hold together well. This is 1.5 inches. I do have wider stuff, but I'm using this part for when I'm attaching the outer shell. So if Janet, I don't know if Janet's here, but I'm just going to be a half an hour, so just going to show these steps. And then I have to go and do some stuff for I have to get ready for my appointment tomorrow. I have to wash all my bandages, which are on my legs right now, because I don't have 2 pair anymore. I only have the 1. So I have to take them off, get them all washed, which is a long process because it takes 3 times through the dryer to get them dry, because you can't put hot air on them. But anyway, that's, sorry about doing that on this. All right, so that's all burnished. Take these 2 off. once again, make sure that my weak sides are not together. Okay. Make sure they're lined up. And you can put as many on top of each other as you want. Now, see, you can tell that that's not very strong, which is why once I get, let's see, once I get my 12 put together, I take another piece of chipboard and I put it here, and a piece of chipboard on this side. Let's try it another way. Piece of chipboard, well, not one that's scored, obviously. All right, a piece of chipboard on each side, and then I'll put the next row here, and then the next row here, so that there's a piece of sturdy chipboard on each wall, okay, to keep everything nice and strong. All right. All right, so that's important in construction. That will give you your strength. All right, so you can see here that I've got my row of boxes. All right, and you can see that there's another layer in between my two layers. So there's 3 layers here of chipboard to give that lots of sturdy strength, you know. Well, not at the top yet because I don't have the top. All right, so then I have also built an extra shell, okay, to hold these all together. But my 12 by 12 chipboard wasn't big enough to cover my whole height. Yeah, but Karen, then they're not on your desk. My thing is, because of my immobility issues, I can't keep jumping up and down off my computer chair to go to a shelf to get my bin when I want this, or go to my shelf when I want that, or go to my shelf when I want this. So because of my mobility issues, I have to have as much as I can on my desk, or it doesn't get used. All right. I have my watercolor stuff on a rolling cart instead of shelves. It's right beside my desk, so I can collect everything that I need before I stream. I have all my acrylic paint and medium stuff in a Rascog cart, so if I'm doing a journal page, I can haul it and roll it from the hallway right up to my desk, okay? Everything has to be nearby. Yeah. Yeah, so... Oh, you don't have a desk. Okay. Yeah. So... Alright, so now... Once you get your 3 rows together, they have to have a back, right? Or you'd put your put your ink pad in, and it would fall right through. So that's the other purpose of this. It's for strength and to give the ink pad slots a back. So now what I have to do is I have to figure out, I have another piece of chipboard here. Alright, it covers all except I have to do like 3/4 of an inch, I think it is, right here, or was it a half inch? Half inch, I think, right here. So I need to mark this so that I know where to score. I know one of the scores is 3 inches, but I don't know. Okay, I guess it'll be easier to do it this way with all the crap I have on my desk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure. I'm going to get a nice pen that I'll be able to see. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my black pen? There's my black pen. And I'm just running along the top edge here to measure it. Okay, so I'm just giving myself my mark where I have to score, and then I know I need 3 inches beyond that. Okay, so first thing I need to do is score 3 inches right here along this side. No, I'm not going to do that first. I'm going to cut it first. Alright, so I know that I need 3 inches beyond this mark. Darn, which I should have done at the other end, but that's okay because I have a straight ruler, straight edge. T-square, I should say. Alright, so let's line this up. Oh, it didn't even mark. Hello. Okay. Oh, come to think of it, Button. That's a good idea. I have contact paper that that's what I can cover. That's what I can cover these edges with. I have wood grain contact paper somewhere. Ooh, good idea. Thank you for that idea. Alright, so I need to cut 3 inches beyond this, which means I need to put this mark at the 3-inch part. This is a new blade, so it actually cut all the way through. Alright. Now I need to score at 3 inches this way. And I have to do just one score because this is a new blade and I don't want to cut too far through. Just one score. Alright. And then I need to score on this black line that I made. One score. Alright. Now, before I cut out my spot, I'm going to make sure. Alright, so, oops, wrong way. Okay, so there's that. Okay. Square it up. And this way works perfectly. Okay, so that means I have to cut out this square here. Oh, for goodness sakes. Hey, Dar. Hey, Karen. Which Karen is this? Which Karen is Karen? Are you Karen from Ireland, Karen? Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, good. That's who I thought. Nice to see you, Karen. Yeah, Karen, Billy Floss Karen is from Ireland. She's been following my streams since like almost the beginning, I think, hey, Karen? Oops. Ah. Hello. There we go. So, all right, so that's that one side. So now I just need a section that's 3 inches by this little bit more than half an inch. All right. I may have enough left from my other side. This is what's left from this other section. So it may actually be enough. Oh, it is. It's going to be enough too. Yay. So I'm just going to mark it here. Although it needs to be on this side. Sorry, the mark needs to be on this side because that's where I'm going to score it. Good. Oh, you're coming from Spain tonight, though? Oh, wow, how cool. Nice. On vacation, are you? Oh, what was I? How was I doing this? Oh, I forget what part I'm using. Oh, I'm using this part, right? No. Hold on, I'm totally messed up. I don't know how I was going to use this. Yeah, like this. Right, so I only need, okay. Jeez Louise, I was messed up there for a minute. Little over half an inch. Nice. In Spain. And then I need to score this part. Here. Okay. So now this is where I will use chipboard on my corners because I do want it to be stronger. I didn't use it on that edge there, but I will be adding it I don't have it here, but I will be adding it across the bottom. But all right, so that will go there. Is Janet here? Is Janet ready to go? And that will go there to create the top part of that box. I think I need just a smidge trimmed off this, I do. No, I can make it work. But I do need it off the top part, it seems. Yeah, I need just a smidge trimmed off this. I left it just a little too long. All right. Which way will it go on my desk? Well, there's going to be, like, believe it or not, Karen, there's going to be another one just like this that'll go back to back with it. Then there'll be one strip. There'll be one strip in the middle on each side. And then it's going to go on a Lazy Susan, so it'll spin. So it'll sit like this. I have little tables up here. I have little tables right there in front of me. So it'll be on that. And then I'll just be able to reach my ink pads whenever I want them. Ink pad storage. I'll show you. It's similar to this one, but smaller. I'll show you my one I have already. I just needed more storage because I didn't have room for all my ink pads. Hold on, let me find the picture of the one I have now on my desk. So here's the one I have on my desk now. Whoops. So there's the one I have on my desk now. And see, it only has 2 rows by 8. So I'm making my 12 by 3. Yeah, Eileen, can you please tweet Janet and see if she's ready to go? Because I'm ready if she's ready. Because I have to go unwrap and eat. I think I'll eat first and then unwrap and shower and do all my bandages. I'll have to watch her on my iPad. And so notice I have on the top, I put a box where it's hard to see, but my re-inkers are up there on this little box on the top. So I'll be putting a box on the top of this one as well to hold re-inkers and stuff like that. Oh, Eileen's not here either? Oh, well, maybe Janet's streaming already. Eileen was here. Let me tweet Janet. Oh. Oh, you don't know if she's streaming? Well, this is my normal time to stop is 5. But anyway. So no, she's up at the top because she's my mod. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, Janet said she can be ready in 10 minutes. So I will just continue. I will send them all over in 10 minutes. So I've got 10 minutes. Okay. So I will show how I do the I will put this together. So I need to trim this. Alright. So I need this at 2 inches because when I'm doing construction I like to have an inch on each side. Oh, for strength, and I just messed up my whole set of things there. Oh. Alright. Then, when I'm doing this, if I'm doing a whole bunch in a row, I use my scoreboard, but right now I'm too lazy to get my scoreboard out, so I just use my... This is nice, thick 12 by 12, heavyweight. It's actually still from Hobby Lobby, because I bought it at Hobby Lobby 3 years ago when I was in Maryland. No, 2 years ago, when I was in Maryland. No. Yeah, because I just missed two. I just missed 2 of the Marylands. So, yeah, so 2 years ago. Oh, where is the box? Grabbed the wrong thing. Alright. So that's going to go on there to secure that. Plus, it's going to join this together in my square. So I need to mark the right spot for that. I wish I had my other, where are my little scissors? My baby scissors. My little ones. I'm dropping everything on the floor. You should see what my floor looks like. I walked past something and I knocked over a pile. So before I can get out of my room, I have to pick up the pile that I knocked over. Because I filled in my path. It was a craft lunch. Oh, there. No, that's not the right ones though. They don't have a point, but they will work, I guess. So I just cut out a little notch, so not straight, but not a huge triangle, just a notch. And I don't quite go all the way to the center, although I think I did on that one, so I'm going to have to make sure I don't over here. See, because I could, and I cut too much there. All right. All right, where did I was moving everything out of the way. Oh, gosh. And now I don't know where I put it all. You could use, of course, you could use wet glue to do this. Oops. And this has to be nice and strong and sturdy, so I put 2 rows of double-sided tape here, one right near the edge and one right near the fold. Alright, then I just take off one side first. Oops. I'll just show this and then I'll send you all over to Janet. Janet is Monkey Island Madness, by the way, if anyone here doesn't follow her already. Lots of fun. She's amazing with the craft knife and journal making and fun paper stuff, and she's hilarious on top of it all. Burnish it. Do your fold. And take off the other side. Yes, Aileen's tacky glue works great on this kind of a project for sure. And actually, I know when Jen does her building, she always puts Aileen's tacky glue. I'll show you. She always puts Aileen's tacky glue. I don't, but she does. Right along her joins to help give them strength. But I don't because I'm too lazy. All right. Actually, get your corner ready before you start putting your paper down so that you have it all squared off properly. Then then I use my wide tape on on here and here, and I put wet glue along here. Okay. And then glue it down. Then I will put on this join, I will be putting a piece of the paper. Oh yes, wood glue would be nice and strong too, Erin. Yeah. Okay, everyone, I'm going to send you off to Janet's. I'll watch and say hi, then I have to go out and eat and then do all my fun stuff. So, thanks everyone for coming for this very quick recording showing my beginning process. And when I'm ready to put it all together, I will make sure I record putting it all together, and so that people can see the final steps too. So thanks everyone.